Giants fans, it is game week. New York Giants football is back, and in today's video, we're going to run through every game on the schedule, and I will give you my schedule prediction. But if you think the Giants are going to the playoffs, go down and like this video. The button is right underneath. Go down and smash that button if you think the Giants are going to the playoffs. You are watching New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green, and it is game week, and we are about to go through every single game on the New York Giants schedule. I will give you my prediction on whether they will win or lose, and at the end, we will look back, and I will give you my full schedule and record prediction for the New York Giants. First up, week one, the Giants, they will be hosting the Denver Broncos, and Saquon Barkley, he will be back, according to Ian Rappaport, in some form of capacity. I'm not sure how many reps he will get, but this is what Ian Rappaport tweeted out this morning. Saquon Barkley is gearing up to play Sunday versus the Broncos, and sources say he is close to being fully cleared to do so following major knee surgery. The team needs to watch him through Thursday to gauge how his body responds to the workload, but he's close. I don't expect Saquon Barkley to be back and tote the rock 20, 25 times. I think the Giants, Joe Judge, and Jason Garrett will slowly work in Saquon Barkley back into the lineup. But I think the Giants are going to come out hot. They'll put some pressure on Teddy Bridgewater, and I think the Giants are going to win their first regular season Week 1 matchup since 2016 when they beat the Cowboys and last made the NFL playoffs. So I have the Giants starting 1-0 to start the 2021 NFL season. Quickly, we'll move on to Week 2. The Giants will be flying out to Maryland and playing the Washington football team. It's time for them to finally get a name. But I think the Giants, they're going to struggle against this strong defensive front for the Washington football team, and I have them losing, unfortunately, Week 2 to start out the season 1-1. But after these first two games, there's a stint in the schedule that I think the Giants will capitalize on. And now in Week 3, they will be hosting the Atlanta Falcons. Matt Ryan, no Julio Jones. That will be weird to see, finally, no Julio Jones wearing the red and black for the Dirty Birds. But I have the Giants coming out on top on this game. I think Saquon Barkley will finally be back full strength in Week 3. And Week 1, obviously, he will be back for the first time in over a year. And in Week 2, that game is on Thursday Night Football. So following that game, Saquon Barkley will have 10 off days. And I think the Giants will work him back up to full speed. And I think this will be the first time the Giants will see Saquon Barkley go over 100 yards and maybe even score a couple tutties. Week 4, the New York Giants, they will be flying supposedly down to New Orleans to take on the Saints. The host of this stadium is currently unknown due to the ongoing hurricane. But I think this is a big game for the Giants. They will be going up against Jameis Winston. Jameis Winston, 30 for 30. This guy is just a question mark, and I think the Giants will capitalize on that, advancing their record to 3-1. A great start. The Giants, they need to get off to a fast start in the 2021 NFL seasons, and that's what I have them doing during these first 4 games. But let me know what you guys have to say. Go down, type your comments, get your votes in. Predict the Giants' record for the 2021 NFL season. I will be sure to give you my full record prediction at the end of this video. So go down and let me know what you think the Giants' record will be. The Dallas Cowboys, the Cowgirls, the Giants will be flying down to Arlington, taking on the Cowboys. Dak Prescott is back. This Cowboys team is loaded on offense. Hopefully this Giants offense can take advantage of the lackluster defense that the Cowboys will be trotting out. But everybody knows it's the NFC East, and in these type of games, anything can happen. I have the Giants falling to the Cowboys in this game. I think Dak Prescott is going to have a great game. But the Giants, fortunately for us, will face them later on in the season to seek revenge. Moving on, Week 6 against the Los Angeles Rams. The new QB for the Rams, Matt Stafford. I'm expecting a big season for Matt Stafford, and I expect him to take advantage of this Giants defense. I think that this is a big game for the Giants because there's a big difference between 3-2, 4-2, and 3-3. But I think the Giants, they will lose this game, and they will go on to host the Carolina Panthers in Week 7 with the 3-3 record, making this game a must-win. And I think that is exactly what the New York Giants will do. I think they will be able to take advantage of Sam Darnold and this Carolina Panthers offense. I think we'll be able to put some pressure on him. I think this could be a coming out party for Azeez Ojulari. So I am expecting the Giants to win this game. and then the Sunday night football matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs and Patrick Mahomes, the game that every New York Giant has circled on their schedule. This is a big game for the Giants. This will be a litmus test. We will be able to see where the Giants stack up against the best season in the NFL. I don't think the Giants will win this game, but I don't think it will be a blowout either. I think the Giants will hang tough, but in the end, the best quarterback in the world, Patrick Mahomes, will lead the Kansas City Chiefs to a big win over the New York Giants. But I want to know what you guys have to say, and go get your votes down in the comments. What game are you looking forward to the most? For me, it's this Kansas City Chiefs game because I want to see Patrick Mahomes play, and it's going to be a big test and a measuring stick for this New York Giants team. But go down in the comments and let me know, what game are you looking forward to the most? Week 9, the Giants will be hosting the Las Vegas Raiders. Derek Carr, John Gruden, and Mike Mayock. This is a big game for the Giants. Right now, we're sitting at 4-4. They need to make a statement, and that is exactly what I think they will do against the Las Vegas Raiders. 5-4, back in the win column, back above 500. I think the Giants need to build off this, take the momentum that they will get out of this game, and continue it into Week 10 obviously is the bye week, but after Week 10, another huge game against the Super Bowl champions, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady and that special offense, the loaded wide receiver core. Last season, the Giants, they almost snuck out a win against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Daniel Jones led them to a almost game-winning drive. He airmailed the 2-point conversion, and I think this will be another type of game like that. I think it could come down to the wire, but I have Tom Brady leading the Tampa Bay Buccaneers to a game-winning drive over the New York Giants, and that's not something to be upset about because, once again, this is a great team, and I think the Giants will show these New York Giant fans what exactly they are made of. Subscribe to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports to stay in the loop on everything surrounding the New York Giants. Throughout the season, we will be doing game recaps as well as game previews. So as soon as games ends, we will have videos up explaining everything we saw and breaking down everything that happens. So if you want to stay up to date throughout the 2021 NFL season, go down and hit that big red button and subscribe to New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. The Philadelphia Eagles, they will be flying to East Rutherford, the first matchup of 2 against the Birds. This is a big game for the Giants. They are 5-5, and they need to show to these Giants fans that they are not pretenders, and they are contenders. And I think this Giants team will go up and take a big win against Jalen Hurts and this Philadelphia Eagles team. And that's exactly what they need. They need to get back in the win column and back above 500 because this second half of the schedule, there are some tough games, but there are games that the Giants have to win. And when you're a good football team trying to make the playoffs, you have to win the games that you're supposed to win. Week 13 against the Miami Dolphins, Brian Flores, Tua. This is going to be a big game as well. They will be flying down to Miami. It will be extremely hot, and that's kind of why I have the Giants losing this game. Anytime that you fly down to South Beach, it's tough on your team. It's going to be hot. The Giants aren't going to be used to that, and I have them, unfortunately, losing this game, bringing their record to 6-6. Then right after this game, the Giants will be flying to California, Inglewood, California, to take on Justin Herbert and the Los Angeles Chargers. This is a sticky spot in the Giants schedule because I have them losing this game as well, and that is 2 losses in a row, bringing their record to 6-7 before they head back to New Jersey and take on the Dallas Cowboys, which could be a season-deciding game. There's a absolute massive difference between being 6-7, 7-7, and 6-8. And if the Giants, if they want to live up the hopes of making the playoffs, this game against the Dallas Cowboys is absolutely must win, and that's what I think this New York Giants team does. I think they get their revenge, and they end up splitting the season series against the Dallas Cowboys 1-1, bringing their record to 7-7, 7-7, saving the season and still having hope to end up making the playoffs. But I want to know what you guys have to say. Go down, get your votes in, let me know, will the Giants win the NFC East? If you think they will, go down and type Y in the comments for yes, and if you think they're going to miss out on the playoffs, go down and type your N's for no. Another divisional matchup. This time the Giants will be flying to Pennsylvania to face off against the Philadelphia Eagles, and I have them winning this game to extend their winning streak to 2, and now they are back above 500. This is where I think this Giants team is really going to hit their stride. I see Daniel Jones having a big game against this Philadelphia Eagles secondary, and I think Saquon Barkley is going to rush for over 100 yards, and this is where the Giants start to get hot. They start to show everybody that they are a playoff team. Week 17 against the Chicago Bears, another huge game. At this point, it's win or go home. The Giants, they've been in the playoffs before, and if they want to get back, they need to win games like this against the Chicago Bears, and that's what I have them doing. Whether it'll be Andy Dalton or, as I suspect, it'll be Justin Fields at this point, you have to take advantage of games where you're facing off against a rookie quarterback, and that's what I think this Giants defense will do. I think Patrick Graham is going to draw up and dial up an excellent game plan to put pressure on the rookie QB, and I see the Giants taking this game, which brings up a must-win Week 18 matchup versus the Washington football team. I'm suspecting it's win or go home at this point. If you want to make the playoffs, you have to win this game. If you want your season to be over and Joe Judge and Jason Garrett and John Mara and Dave Gettleman to be on the hot seat, you're going to lose this game. But I have the Giants winning this game to have their record finish at 10-7 and potentially making the playoffs. This is a huge win. I think Daniel Jones is going to be hitting his stride at this point in the season, and I have the Giants finishing off at 10-7 through the NFL season. And I don't know if that's good enough to win the NFCs, but I do guarantee that if the Giants go 10-7, they will make the playoffs. Whether that's because of the NFC's crown champion or they will win that one of the wild card spots. Now there are 2. I think this Giant team goes 10-7, and I believe that they will make the playoffs the first time in Daniel Jones' career. I mean, heck, last year they were just one win away from making the playoffs. So for anybody to say that this is a homer in me or I'm being unrealistic, you're just wrong. This Giants team is here to stay, and I think they will make the playoffs. And if you want to stay up to date throughout the playoff run, throughout the 2021 NFL season, go down and hit that big red button.